Welcome to Study Guide Forum. Today we'll be looking at how to apply Avogadro's number in calculation. So in we all know that a mole of any substance is equal to what? Equal to Avogadro's number of particles. This Avogadro's number of particles is equal to 6.02 times 10 raised to the power 23. Now, this is because why do we use this thing in order to identify, to calculate Avogadro the number of substances. These substances we are calculating can be ions, molecules, or atoms. Now, why do we use this? Because all these things are very, very small. They are very, very small. So, in order to really understand them, in order to easily calculate them, we normally use this number in doing so. It's just like where you have, we know that one crate of egg is equal to 30 eggs. So anytime you have 30 eggs, you have what? One crate. So anytime you have a 6.02 times 10 raised to the power 23 23 atoms, molecules, ions, what it means is that you have what? 1 mole of that ions, atoms, or molecules. So today, what we're going to be doing here is to, understand, to apply it in some calculation, how we can use it to, do some calculations. Now, in this one, we have about 3 questions here. And before I continue, if you are joining us for the first time, I want to encourage you to subscribe. And also, make sure you watch this to the end so that you'll be able to, so that you will not miss out at all from everything we're going to be talking about. And then, if you have any question, you can leave it as a comment. You can also suggest some other things you think that would be nice for us. So that is welcome altogether. And then remember to share so that your friends will know about us. Now, let's continue. We have about 3 questions here, like I said earlier on. And we have this one said, how many molecules are there in 6 moles of glucose? So now we're talking about moles now. This is another thing you should know how to apply all this. Since we are talking about moles, it means that we are going to start our calculation from what? Moles. It means that 1 mole, we know that 1 mole from what we have already stated, 1 mole is equal to what? Equal to 6.02 times 10 raised to the power 23. That is what 1 mole. That is, in other words, 1 mole of glucose is equal to this. Now, 6 moles of glucose will then be 6.02 times 10 raised to the power 23 all over 1 times 6. That will give us, what do we have there? Let's just use our calculator to be very sure of what we are doing here. Times 6. So what we have here is, we have 3.61 times 10 raised to the power 23. That is now the molecules. That is, since it's molecule, we can say molecules. Remember, all these things has to go with that because we are looking for molecules. That is what we have in 6 moles of glucose is 3.61 times 10 raised to the power 24, not 3. Sorry, it's 24. So the next one we have is said that how many atoms are there in 5 grams of sodium? How many atoms are there in 5 grams of sodium? Now, what does it mean? We know that now, look at it, we're talking about grams now. It's in grams, and we know that 22 grams of sodium is equal to 1 mole of what? Sodium. And also equal to 6.02 times 10 raised to the power 23. That is for the Avogadros. So since it's like that, it means also that this is equal to that. 23 grams of sodium is equal to 6.02 times 10 raised to the power 23. So that means, it means that 23 grams of sodium is equal to 6.02 2 times 10 raised to the power 23. So that means 5 grams of sodium will then be 6.02 times 10 raised to the power 23, 23 over 23 times 5 over 1. So what do we have here? What we have here will then be 6.2 times 10 raised to the power 23, 23 times 5 divided by 23. What we have, the number of atoms we have in 5 grams is what? 1.31 times 10 raised to the power 23 atoms. 23 atoms. That is what we have. Now, you can see how we have been able to do this. And then we are going to the last one. The last one seems a bit complex. It's a bit complex compared to what we have been doing so far. So we are going to be taking care of that now. In this place, say that in this question, say that how many chloride ions are there in 2.46 moles or moles of aluminium chloride. Now, what it simply means, remember, in since we are talking about moles here, and actually what we are looking at is the ions. We know that 1 mole of aluminium chloride molecule will give us 6.2 times 10 raised to the power 23. So 2.46 moles of aluminium chloride. Aluminium chloride will then be 6.2 times 10 raised to the power 23 all over 1 times 2.46 over 1. So what do we do here? We find out, let's calculate it. We have a times 2.46. So what we have in this case is 1.48 times 10 raised to the power 24. That is 24 molecules. That is what we have here. 24 molecules of aluminium. So in 1 mole of this contains 24 molecules. Now, there's something I want us to really understand here. What we really need to understand, we know that in aluminium chloride, the ions is what we are looking for. Chloride ion is what we are looking for. We will have in this aluminium chloride, we have 1 ion of what? It gives us 1 ion, and then 1 mole of chloride ion, aluminium ion, and 3 moles of what? Chloride ion. So for that, what we are looking for is the chloride ion that is contained in whatever we have. Now in this place, 2.64 moles of aluminium compound contains what? It contains 1.48 times 10 raised to the power 24 molecules. Now, looking at it from that angle, what it means that 1 molecule of aluminium compound will give us 3 chloride chloride ion. It will contain 3 chloride ion. So now 1.48 times 10 raised to the power 24 molecules. 1.48 times 10 raised to the power 24 molecules will give us equal to 3 over 1 times 1.48 times 10 raised to the power 24. So in that case, if we multiply through times 3, it will give us what we have here will be 4.44 times 10 raised to the power 24 ions. That is chloride ions. Chloride ions. Because from here we find out that chloride ion we have here is 3. So with that, from the molecule, we'll be able to get 4.44 times 10 raised to the power 24 chloride ions. So this is where we are going to be cutting it off for now, and we want to encourage you for coming this far. Thank you so much. And if you have any question, still remember to ask your question in the comment section. Everything you see here, the questions here and every other thing will appear in the description of this very video. And please don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not done so. Thank you so much.